once you already going through your spiritual awakening, you still can find the abundance of love and joy despite you are living in a bad moment. Because after your spiritual awakening, your consciousness already raised in a very high level. You are able to see the limitation of our human being. But unfortunately, not every people realize this kind of fact. They tend to blindfoldly accepting positivity is the absolute way for spiritual awakening, because what spiritual awakening is all about your own consciousness, willing fully to accept both good and bad, and then find the balance within it. That's means within both sides, and then do your own integration healing process. So in this video, I want to do a little bit different thing. That is, I have a question for you. This is, I want to ask about, what do you think about the blindfolded practice in our spiritual practice? I really want to know, so that we all able to solve this kind of problem every people face. Let's check it out. Hi, what's up everyone? A very warm greeting and welcome from me to you. My name is Howard, and at here I'm really want to doing my best job of sharing every useful ideas to people. Okay, now I understand that all of us really hope to have a very good life. That means we are choose to fulfill our greatest desire in order to live the good life we really want to live. That's what we supposed to do, although there is nothing wrong with it. But I don't think that in our life, especially in our spiritual awakening, we supposed to expect every positive thing can come along with us, because spiritual awakening is bring us into the wholeness, which means our consciousness already raised in the very high level. We can see the both good and bad, which means in that kind of spiritual level, we can still find the joy, happiness, peace, and also love in the moment. We won't live in the human dualistic illusion anymore. That is our new good thing we can live in. So I can personally to say that this is what we're supposed to be, to do. But unfortunately, not every people really realize this kind of problem, because not every people realize this kind of perspective. What they tend to do is they going through a spiritual awakening, there's something positive can really come, expecting everyday living in the positive life, which means that I tend to using the positive thinking to refuse look into every bad experience pop up in their life, because since those kind of bad experience hold some important message for us to learn. The lesson we must to learn, most of them are bring up by our past trauma, karma, or any unsolved issue we need to address. That's why today I want to ask you guys a question. That's it. What do you think about the blindfolded practice of spiritual practice? There's a very big responsibility for every one of us to look into carefully before we are fall victim in the blindfoldedness that made by our own. Because if you still force yourself live in the positivity that you still have no idea what it really is, you still live in your own limited perspective to pursue that kind of positivity that not really how to serve well to yourself. What you only can develop is you giving your own fake hope to going through your own life. You know, if you still use this kind of positive thinking, you not like to look into the problem you must be solved in the very realistic sense. What you only have to do, you just push aside those kind of unsolved problem, and then you don't forget those still unsolved, it still have some momentum effect to you. You just keep suppressing it. What you end up on the day is not the positive thing you are expected to have. You only more you force yourself to feel positive, the more you will feel frustrated, and then a new kind of problem you also can be created. That's mean not what the spiritual purpose all about. You must have a very high level of your consciousness to see carefully why every bad thing come into your life. Once you already know the solution of it, that is the way how you're going through your spiritual awakening. You make yourself become whole again. You live in a peaceful state that didn't give you any polarized concept of your old system. That's why today I want to make this video to ask you guys, what do you guys think about this kind of issue, so that we all can solve it together in the very unconscious way. Another interesting thing I have found about that, in most of the so-called positive thinking community, they treat us like a little child, consulting us with a very sweet words, so that give us some positive hope that can let us pass through every bad days. I don't think that there's really addressing those problems in a very highly conscious way. They think that just embracing the positive thing is already can guarantee you going through your own spiritual awakening. That's really encourage people to be brave enough to look into those kind of problems we need to solve. That's why sometimes I strongly disagree those kind of positive thinking community to teach people about this kind of blindfold belief, because their positive teaching is not that kind of perspective to open our own mind to see the world in a wider scope of perspective, so that we can truly understand how this world function, what the real meaning of law of nature. Let us play the complete role as a human to experience our human experience, and then find what kind of lesson we can learn in order we have our own conscious way to live our life. That's what we're supposed to do throughout our spiritual awakening process. Spiritual awakening is all about bring the unconscious to conscious, so that we can see through every illusion in our human life, especially the illusion of let us live in the limitation of the duality, and also our own stubborn ego, in order we can know how to bring the integration in the wholeness. That's it, how the healing process can be take place, and that's what I really want to let people know about what the meaning is called spiritual practice, so that I can bring the good impact to every one of you guys to understand that don't make spiritual practice such a very blindfolded way of living. This is what my spiritual niche in my YouTube channel. So I hope that everyone can understand why not every positive thing is really positive as we expected to be. Although maybe I just throw a very bad news to you guys about spiritual thing, but this is the reality. You know, we need to have a correct sense of reality so that we can know how to balance the positive and negative in our life, and then bring everything in the wholeness, which can we experience our spiritual practice in a more well-aligned way. We play our true self role to going through our life. Additionally, as you all can see, some of the spiritual teachers also are the YouTube content creators like us. They're also doing the same thing by addressing the spiritual practice in letting people know, not excuse me, don't be so unconsciously to live in the positive life you still have no idea about. All you need is you have your own self-awareness at first, and then you only can integrating and balancing both positive and negative experience you so far you know, and then feel the wholeness of your own life. Then from that kind of wholeness you feel the abundance of peace, love and joy. This is what the spiritual practice all about. And one of the YouTube spiritual teacher really can do it very well is Thieu Xuan, because what I found from this lady, that very interesting thing about her is she really able to address every spiritual issue most people are overlooked. I can guarantee that not every spiritual teacher like her can address those kind of overlooked issues such as shadow work, self-fragmentation. The number one reason for both men and women can't achieve enlightenment, etc. Although she have been suspected in the cult movement allegation, but what more important I found from her teaching is she can do the way where not every spiritual teacher can do. Although we also don't hope that if she is a cult leader and lead us to the wrong direction. What we only have to focus is we need to have a very high conscious level for us to look into our spiritual practice properly, so that we won't assume any positive or negative in a very limited sense, in order we can live in our spiritual life that totally align with who we really are. I don't need to question of the day for today, because since this video is the question itself, I only hope that before I end my video, please answer my question honestly. I really want to know, what do you think about our blindfold practice in our spiritual practice, so that we all really know what kind of best solution we can use for addressing this kind of spiritual issue. That's all for today from me to you. I hope you guys can really enjoy my beneficial idea from my videos, Thanks for your precious time to watch my inspiring video. So please don't forget, click the like button below, leave your comment at the comment section below, share my video to the people around you so that everyone can get benefit from it. And most importantly, please don't forget subscribe my channel, because once you already subscribe my channel, you won't do the same mistake again in your spiritual practice. Enjoy the rest of your day.